Welcome from the mile-high city of Denver, Colorado. The TrailBlazers taking on the Nuggets. For the Portland TrailBlazers, the goal is to improve each time they take the floor, emphasizing communication and effort. Nuggets, Blazers, up next, right after this. Hello out there, and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. Coach Dan Van Gundy, Hall of Famer Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce round out our broadcast crew for this one. Here's the starting group for Portland. Anthony Simons out there with Shaedon Sharpe. Then it's DeAndre Ayton. Then it's Denny Avdia. And it's Kamare in at the 3. And for the Nuggets, Porter Jr. and Gordon make up the forwards. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Jokic in at the 5. You know, on paper, this looks like a lopsided matchup, but anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, the team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
Avdia outside. Let's go with a 3. Gordon pulls it in. And here's Denver. Pass to Jokic. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
Down in the paint, Jokic knows how to take charge, getting past the D and to a look.
Sharpe finds Simons. Fires the 3. Got a hand on it, and he stays with it. And here's Ayton. And the call will be against Nikola Jokic. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Left side Sharpe. And the bucket is good.
And his athleticism is big for Sharpe in the post. And he can finish with either hand as well. So he'll get a lot of points down low there in his career.
Stan, we know Jokic is one of the best passers this game has ever seen at any position. But his teammates will dish it as well.
Yeah, the Nuggets, by and large, are very unselfish. It's part of their culture. They only bring in guys who are willing to sacrifice for the team's sake.
Right side Porter. The 3 is up. That one is off. The TrailBlazers have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. And that one's good. Sharpe.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Sinks the tray.
Catch and release. Porter Jr. is so quick. Tough to close out on.
Simons passes to Sharpe. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Inside, here's Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
Well, the vertical Gordon has is phenomenal. So why settle for the layup when you can just slam it down?
So it's Portland now. They trail by 3. There's Simons with a 3. Gordon pulls it in. The Nuggets have gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. Here's Brown. And again, Denver with a 3.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And Chauncey Billups calls time out here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup.
Get loud, fans! On the court is your high squad!
checked in from Portland.
Number 35, Robert Williams III.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Outside Sharp. Back to Simons. Rebounded by Denver. Coach, another guy that symbolizes the rise of Canadian basketball, Jamal Murray. What an impact he's making.
Yeah, Brian, I'd say even more than just making an impact. This Canadian guard can actually carry an offense on his own at times.
Now here's Williams. Back to Avdia. Shot to stop the run. And Williams punches it home.
Just great energy on the offensive glass. That's exactly how you cut into a lead.
Boy, a slam like that is sure to give him a spark. Simons against Murray. Shoots over Simons. And the sweet roll that time on the rim. That one falls.
The jumper looking so pure coming out of Murray's hands. It's fun watching him score the rock.
Here's Avdia. Yet to see a basket. And here's Simons. Sharp finds Aiden. Over Jokic. Porter pulls it in.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes. Now here's Simons. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Well, that's exactly what's needed when you're trying to turn things around.
Grant's checked in for Portland. Scoot Henderson comes in for Sharp. Well, the truth is, Stan, you lose a franchise legend like Damian Lillard, it really changes your identity.
Oh, it does, Brian. Their offense ran through Lillard for over a decade. Last year was almost a total reset. Now someone has to step up and be that guy.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
On the wing, Murray, the three ball. And can't connect on that one. His first miss. He's 2 of 3 now. Grant with it. He's against Watson. Grant's shot is off. The Nuggets lead by 8. The drive by Murray. Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball. Crowder's checked in for Porter Jr. Kamara, he's checked in for Portland. Banton comes in for Simons. .41 seconds left in the first quarter here. Henderson outside. Pure from three-point range.
Yeah, something Henderson is still working on, getting his three-point shot to be a little more consistent.
Pass to Strother. Lets it go from deep. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
And sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Yeah, the length and athleticism Grant possesses is hard to match up against, which is why he gets fouled a lot.
These are his first free throws of the game.
Jeremy Grant, taking 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And so Grant nails them both.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
Here's Murray. And there are the Nuggets with another bucket. 9 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Now Grant from deep three-point land. Oh, at the buzzer! He got it off in time!
That is an incredible shot.
Oh, what a miraculous shot. He's going to remember that one.
Well, that's an energizer boost heading into the next quarter. You know he's got to be fired up.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Nuggets ahead. And for the those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Nuggets?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Another area where they've excelled has been pushing it on the break. They're really getting after it.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Here are the 5. Portland has to start the second. Williams is out there with Jeremy Grant. Then there's Delano Banton. Then there's Scoot Henderson. And it's Kamari in at the small forward position. And coach, such a unique player, multiple-time MVP Nikola Jokic. How do you defend this guy?
Well, Brian, if I knew that, everybody in the league would be trying to hire me because no one has found an answer for Nikola Jokic. He can just beat you in so many ways. If you're going to double team him, he's going to create wide open shots and even layups for his teammates. If you're going to leave him single covered, he's going to score. There's nothing this guy can't do on a basketball court.
Will stand perhaps the best home court advantage in the league is right here in Denver, a mile above sea level.
And Brian, they don't let you forget it. Everywhere you go, you see signs, 5,280. Sometimes they even have it on their uniform, on the court, on signs in the locker room. They want you to know that you're at elevation and it's going to be difficult.
Fatigue is always a factor in Denver. Now here's Jokic. Murray for 3. Williams grabs the board. Here's Benton. Now here's Henderson. And stolen by Jokic. Here's Brown. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. Brown's got 6.
The court awareness on full display. Jokic is such a unique big man.
Williams with the screen. Henderson misses. Jokic with it. Guarded now by Williams. Pass to Murray. Fires from deep. And the Nuggets hit again from deep.
And hey, I mean, Murray will take the corner 3 when it's given to him. You got to chase him off this line.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title. Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
Porter Jr., he's checked in for Denver. Klingon, he's checked in for Portland. Thibault comes in for Banton. Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Grant outside. Can they get it? Count it. He has 7.
Extremely accurate from that area. Grant knew that was going in as soon as it left his fingers.
Porter with a screen on Henderson. To the inside. Grant with a steal. Now the Blazers on the move. Up and over Gordon. Grant's shot is off. The Nuggets lead by 12. From deep, Jokic, and the Nuggets hit again from deep.
Yeah, Jokic really has the confidence to pull up from just about anywhere on the floor.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
The NBA wants to ensure that every team has a shot. Commissioner Adam Silver said, "We want parity of opportunity. People are interested in seeing teams buy championships, and we've made progress. In the long term, we're better off with more competitive fairness among all of the teams."
That's true. It keeps everything interesting. Thanks, Allie. Here's Henderson. Denver getting their last shot to go. And here's Grant from the arc. Gordon pulls it in. Denver has gone 3 of 4 from outside so far in the second quarter. Porter from outside. Sends it home from three-point land. Porter's got 6.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Now here's Henderson. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant, seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Here's Murray. Shot is up. Nope, 4 for 7 now.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
Henderson misses. The Nuggets on offense. What a stretch they've got going here. 17-2. Murray's shot is good.
Nice work by Murray, outwitting the defense. He gets ahead of them and pulls right up for a shot.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And Chauncey Billups calls time out here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. So Portland ends up going with a new group. .157 left in the first half. Hayden with a screen. Pass to Kamari. Here's the 3. Portland again missing.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
It's almost too easy for Jokic inside. His size and soft touch make short work of the shot.
Here's Kamari. He's guarded by Porter. Three-pointer Sharp. Nails it from 3. Sharp's got 9.
The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
Gordon with a screen on Simons. Murray passes to Gordon. And Gordon with the big finish.
They've settled into this game. You can see the offense is on fire.
Yeah, and that is key for them. Continuing to build out this lead.
Simons outside. Lets the 3 fly. Another 3 for Portland.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest on the arc.
Murray drives in. Here's Jokic. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. He's got 15.
And Jokic doesn't get a lot of lift on his shot, but he doesn't need it. I mean, he is money in the mid-range.
Abdia tipped, and it's going to be out of bounds. Portland will have another go. Here's Sharp, driving inside. Again gets it to go. He can't miss. 5 for 5.
Yeah, not afraid to finish at the rim. Sharp, just relentless.
19 seconds left in the first half. Here's Kamari. And the three off target. For three. And it's Murray with the three. Murray's got 8 points in the quarter.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless. Building this lead in every way possible.
And so a pretty lopsided game for the first half. The Nuggets on top, just dominating this one. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been a clinic out there by Nikola Jokic.
He's been so disruptive defensively in the first half. His fast hands pick plenty of pockets.
And because of that, I expect to see a huge emphasis on ball control moving forward.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for Denver. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Brown and Porter Jr. are the 2 and the 3. And it's Murray in at point guard. That's the group in the game for the Nuggets.
Yeah, nice touch from the big man. Gordon just burrowing himself into the paint and going to work.
Coach, it's interesting to watch the career path of Aaron Gordon. He's gone from one role in his previous stop, then he arrives to the Nuggets in a completely different role there.
Yeah, Brian, he's become more of a third or fourth guy, and he's embraced the
The quickness of Porter Jr.'s drive gives him the edge there. Defenses just can't react fast enough.
Simons with it. He's got 6. Outside Sharp. Pass to Abdia. Puts up a 3. Kamari, that's good.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Out left to the wing. Here's Brown. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. Jokic has got 6 assists in the game. And for the TrailBlazers, they're shooting 41% in this game. Time called here. The TrailBlazers decide to talk it over. Will stand in this league, the opportunity always exists to make a name for yourself.
It certainly does, Brian. And guys that maybe haven't gotten their opportunity, if they're ready when they get it, then they're going to burst onto the scene, and they'll no longer be under the radar guys. Look at a guy like Jalen Brunson, second-round pick. bench guy in Dallas for a long time, and then now an all-star.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the third quarter. There's the double team with Porter. Sharp passes to Simons. Beyond the arc. Sharp, no good. For Denver, they've gone 3 of 3 in this second half. Pass to Porter. Three-pointer. Avdia pulls it in.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Hits the trifecta.
And so difficult to defend. Sharp has 3-level scoring ability, and he is prolific.
The drive by Murray. Good work there as it goes. Murray's got 16 points.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
And when you talk about this Portland team, Stan, they're young and talented. They have some nice pieces going forward.
Yeah, and Brian, it starts with Scoot Henderson and Anthony Simons in that backcourt, but Shaedon Sharp, when healthy, they've got some good pieces to build around. Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
Ayton, a screen on Murray. Simons outside. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Kamari. Fires for 3. Rebounded by Denver. And here's Porter outside. Buries it from 3. 11 points in the game.
Just an uncanny ability to make shots from the corner. Porter Jr. using his skill set.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Shaedon Sharp. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Jordan's checked in for the Nuggets. Williams is checked in for Portland. Scoot Henderson comes in for Sharp. Out to the wing. Jordan, the pass to Jokic. Over Williams. And there's Jokic on the assist by Jordan. Jokic has got 19 points.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
Porter, the pass to Jordan. And here's Jokic outside. They get it back. Goes back up. Jordan with the bucket.
Not afraid at all to get physical. Jordan finds the shot. So essential for a big to be able to work through contact.
Simons passes to Henderson.
2 minutes.
To end the run. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Murray. Outside Porter. Fires the 3. That falls. Nice feed from Jokic. Jokic has got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. Henderson outside. Ayton, the screen on Murray. Henderson misses. And it's Jokic with the ball for the Denver Nuggets. Coach, it's such a difficult transition to the NBA. Scoot Henderson joins from the G League Ignite. What do you see in his game?
Well, look, I see a really talented guy who plays the game hard. What you've got to get improvement in are the 2 areas that most people have to improve in: shooting and decision-making.
The Nuggets on offense. They're on a 17-7 run. Porter, the pass to Murray from outside the arc. And he gets it to go. He's 8 of 11 now.
You have to watch Murray closely at the perimeter. He won't hesitate to flex his range.
Boy, they need something to go to regain some confidence.
No question. Way too many empty possessions for them.
Pass to Simons. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got rebound number 8 now. And again, Denver with a 3.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Ayton with it, covered by Jordan. Goes up from the block. Oh, Jordan with the block. Here's Jokic. Oh, he missed the chippy right there. 1 second left. That shot off the mark. And so it's the Denver Nuggets destroying the competition as they end the quarter with a colossal 40-point lead. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. We'll be right back after this word. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. On the court right now for the TrailBlazers. Williams is out there with Klingon. Then it's Jeremy Grant. Then there's Scoot Henderson. And it's McGowan's in at the 2. Henderson misses.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
The basket counts, and 1. He'll go to the line, a chance at a 3-point play. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Nuggets?
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
Yeah, another thing they did well, running the floor. They've kept the pace high and pulled away with their transition offense.
Walker, he's checked in for Williams. And that one falls for Westbrook. And, Coach, you've been lauded by some of your former players for your pregame preparation. I've seen it myself in the broadcasting world.
Well, I've also been cursed by some of those players for my pregame walkthroughs, Brian. People thought they were way too long, but I just wanted to be as prepared as possible and was one that always believed I'd rather do too much than too little.
You love how Westbrook commits to his selections, not letting anything distract him on the 3-point shot.
Grant outside from the arc. Connects from downtown.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
That's a big man down there. I mean, when Jokic gets ideal positioning inside, he uses his size to draw contact.
Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A. It's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
And he drops the first. Saric checks in for the Nuggets. Strawler comes in for Russell Westbrook. And the TrailBlazers making a change here as well. Banton's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the TrailBlazers were at the center of some big moves. But that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
To the middle. Jokic, good. Jokic has gotten 4 this quarter.
And I respect the strategy. Despite the sizable lead, you got to stay in attack mode.
Yeah, you got to keep going at him. You don't want to leave any hope for a comeback.
Ooh, an aggressive move takes it strong, and there's no help defensively.
Here's Tyson. Drills it from deep. Tyson's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
And the layup is good.
Once he breaks out the crossover, you just know something special is about to happen.
With the drive. And that one's good. Pickett. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Klingon. Grant outside. And there's the screen. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic.
You can't ask for a cleaner look than that. He just couldn't deliver.
Šarić outside. There's the three. And the Nuggets hit again from deep. Portland has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Then passes to Walker. Good on the shot.
Coach loves seeing chances from that range. Work that inside area.
To the paint. Here's Jokic. Count it. Jokic has got 25 points in the game.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
For the Nuggets, Najee, he's checked in for Jokic. Cancar comes in for Šarić. And it's Watson in for Tyson. A look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth. Ayton with a screen. Here's Avdia. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
That's his first personal foul.
Stanley was a 5-time All-Star. Chauncey Billups. Just 1 year as an assistant before becoming a head coach.
Yeah, but Brian, Chauncey Billups was a guy that even when he was a player and then as a broadcaster, always thought like a head coach.
And the first one at the line is good. Portland making a switch here. Kamara's checked in. And both free throws good for Avdia. Here in the fourth quarter, just under 2.5 gone by. To the inside. Stolen by Ayton. On the wing, Simons. Strother grabs a miss. For Denver, they've gotten all 7 of their shots to go. Impressive here in the fourth. Here's Najee. On target from range. Najee's got his first 3 points of the game.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
And that one's good. Sharp.
Credit the plays they're calling for him. Getting him right now some good shots.
The Nuggets have gotten all 8 shots to fall. Red hot here in the fourth. Pass to Cancar. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Too easy for a guy of his caliber. The D must put up more of a fight down there.
Yeah, they can't let him even get into that space. If he gets good position on the block, it's trouble.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there, and of course that one was just crazy. It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Nuggets.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Nikola Jokic.
Well, his triple-double stat line is evidence of his impact on this game. He was affecting play at all times.
Holmes, he's checked in for Cancar. Three-pointer Sharp. Oh, wow. Drew the contact, and that three almost went in. So he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
4th team foul.
And Sharp has no off
At the line for the
switch. He's
Blazers.
consistent at attacking defenses and drawing
3
whistles.
shots.
3 shots. 3 shots.
And he hits the first of 3. That one's no good.
And that's a situation where you must make them all to get back into the game.
Najee passes to Holmes. Back to Najee, down low with the 10-footer. Holmes, good.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth. Strother, no good. And it's the Trailblazers' ball. Here's Sharp. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And this guy has some bounce. Always fun seeing Sharp hammer it home.
Inside, here's Strother. Nails the baby hook.
This has to feel good. They gave their fans a show and secured the W.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
And here's Avdia. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
And I'm sure their fans appreciated it too. We saw the outstanding defense and a loaded offensive effort. They were just dominant out there.
And see you again soon.
All right, let's send it down to Allie LaForce, who's with our player of the game.
Nicola, congratulations on the win. What does a win like this say about your team?
I mean, we are looking for each other. We are finding it. It's when we start playing like we're supposed to play, we are really good. So hopefully we're going to continue to play like this.
Thanks, Nicola. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that about wraps it up. With Grant Hill, Stan Van Gundy, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And we present the player of the game, Nikola Jokic.